From the shores of the Bosporus, where continents meet and empires rise, a single city has carried the weight of 1,000 years. Born as Byzantium, crowned as Constantinople, reborn as Istanbul, it has witnessed glory, faith, betrayal, and rebirth. Beneath its stones lies a hidden story, the transformation of a world capital that never truly fell. Welcome to World Epic History. From the mist of antiquity rose a city that would change the course of history. Byzantium, a modest Greek colony on the Bosporus, stood at the meeting point of Europe and Asia. Traders, sailors, and armies passed through its harbors, sensing its destiny. What began as a small settlement soon attracted the attention of emperors who recognized its strategic importance. This city would grow, fall, and rise again under many names. But its essence remained constant, a crossroads of civilizations. From Byzantium to Istanbul, the transformation of this world capital carried layers of hidden history waiting to be uncovered. Byzantium was founded around the 7th century BC by colonists from Megara, drawn by the promise of fertile lands and access to vital trade routes. Its name honored King Byzas, a legendary figure who guided the settlers. Nestled along the Bosporus Strait, the city offered unparalleled control over sea traffic between the Black Sea and the Mediterranean. This position made it a target for powers seeking wealth and dominance. Although small in its early centuries, Byzantium's destiny as a world capital was already etched in its geography. It was not just a colony, it was the seed of an empire waiting to rise. The Ottoman Empire soon recognized Byzantium's potential. In the 2nd century AD, Roman legions took control, weaving the city into the fabric of their empire. For the Romans, Byzantium was more than a frontier. It was a gateway to Asia and a shield against northern invasions. Though still modest in scale, its harbors welcomed Roman merchants, and its walls provided security for military garrisons. The city began to transform under Roman engineering, roads, and aqueducts, preparing the ground for an even greater rebirth. In the shadow of Rome's grandeur, Byzantium awaited its imperial destiny. The true transformation began under Emperor Constantine the Great. In 330 AD, he declared Byzantium the new capital of the Ottoman Empire, renaming it Constantinople. This was no ordinary city. It was envisioned as a new Rome, a reflection of imperial glory in the East. Majestic forums, palaces, and churches sprang up, blending Roman authority with local traditions. Constantinople became the jewel of the empire, protected by its legendary walls and enriched by its vibrant markets. From Byzantium to Constantinople, the city had become more than a settlement. It was now the beating heart of an empire that spanned continents. Constantinople's design was intentional, crafted to rival Rome itself. At its center stood the Augustean Forum, crowned with statues of emperors. The Hippodrome thundered with chariot races, while the Hagia Sophia later rose as the crown of Christian architecture. Streets lined with colonnades led to bustling markets where goods from Persia, India, and Africa filled the stalls. More than a capital, Constantinople became the empire's cultural heart, where faith, art, and commerce intertwined. Its transformation from Byzantium to Constantinople revealed not only imperial ambition, but the hidden history of a city destined to outlive empires. Yet Constantinople's strength lay not only in culture, but in its defenses. The Theodosian walls, stretching across land and sea, were masterpieces of military engineering. Triple layers of stone and towers stood as the ultimate barrier against invaders. For centuries, these walls resisted sieges from Persians, Arabs, Bulgars, and even Crusaders. The city's position on the Bosporus made it nearly impregnable, fed by grain from the Black Sea and protected by a chain across the Golden Horn. Hidden within these defenses was the secret to Constantinople's longevity, a city built to withstand the storms of history. Religion reshaped Constantinople's identity. With Christianity declared the empire's faith, the city became the spiritual center of the Eastern Roman world. Churches filled the skyline, none more magnificent than Hagia Sophia, built under Emperor Justinian in the 6th century. Its vast dome seemed to float above the heavens, inspiring awe for generations. Here, emperors were crowned, and patriarchs declared doctrine. Constantinople was no longer just an imperial capital. It was the beating heart of Christian civilization. The transformation from Byzantium to Constantinople carried within it the sacred power of faith, uniting a vast empire under one God. But hidden beneath Constantinople's splendor were struggles. The city endured devastating riots, such as the Nika Revolt, when flames consumed neighborhoods and thousands perished. Earthquakes shook its foundations, and fires swept through wooden districts. Yet each disaster revealed the resilience of its people. Rebuilt time and again, Constantinople bore scars of survival. Its transformation was not only one of grandeur, but also of endurance. A hidden history of ordinary citizens who rebuilt their lives under the shadow of empire. As centuries passed, Constantinople became the envy of the medieval world. Merchants from Venice, Genoa, and beyond crowded its harbors. Silks from China, spices from India, and gold from Africa filled its markets. Within the walls, languages blended Greek, Latin, Armenian, and Arabic, creating a mosaic of cultures. The city stood as a bridge, not only between continents, but between civilizations. This cosmopolitan character was a hidden strength, allowing Constantinople to thrive even as empires rose and fell around it. The Crusades revealed both glory and betrayal. In 1204, Constantinople fell not to Muslims, but to fellow Christians during the Fourth Crusade. Latin knights stormed the city, looting its treasures and desecrating its holy places. For half a century, Constantinople lay in foreign hands, its grandeur dimmed. Yet in 1261, the Byzantines reclaimed their capital, restoring its churches and palaces. This hidden chapter exposed the fragility of empires and the enduring pull of Constantinople's destiny. By the 15th century, the Byzantine Empire had withered, reduced to the city itself and a few scattered lands. Constantinople remained majestic but vulnerable, surrounded by rising powers. The most formidable was the Ottoman Empire, led by the young Sultan Mehmed II. Determined to capture the Queen of Cities, he prepared with massive cannons and a disciplined army. For Byzantium, centuries of glory had narrowed to one last desperate stand. The transformation from Constantinople to Istanbul was about to be written in fire and blood. In 1453, after weeks of relentless siege, the Ottomans breached Constantinople's mighty walls. The final Byzantine emperor, Constantine XI, fought bravely before vanishing into legend. The city fell, and Mehmed II entered in triumph, declaring it the new Ottoman capital. From Byzantium to Constantinople, and now to Istanbul, the city's identity shifted once more. The Christian Empire had ended, but the city's destiny as a world capital endured. Beneath the clash of empires, Constantinople's hidden transformation was complete. The Ottomans wasted no time reshaping their prize. Hagia Sophia was converted into a mosque, its Christian mosaics veiled beneath Islamic calligraphy. New mosques, palaces, and markets rose, turning Istanbul into the jewel of the Muslim world. The Grand Bazaar became the center of trade, while Topkapi Palace housed the sultans who ruled vast lands from the Balkans to Arabia. Yet beneath these Ottoman layers, the Roman and Byzantine roots endured, hidden but never erased. Istanbul thrived as the Ottoman capital, a crossroads where East met West. Scholars, artisans, and merchants flowed into the city, enriching its culture. Mosques such as the Suleimani rose with domes rivaling the ancients. Istanbul's skyline blended the legacies of Byzantium, Constantinople, and the Ottomans. It became a city of layers, where every street and stone held a hidden story of transformation. For centuries, Istanbul symbolized Ottoman might, yet its Byzantine heritage never vanished. Beneath mosques lay the ruins of churches, and under Ottoman markets survived Roman cisterns. Travelers marveled at this blend, describing a city where past and present walked side by side. The hidden history of Istanbul was not one of destruction, but of adaptation, as each empire built upon the foundations of the last. The city's transformation continued into the modern era. With the decline of the Ottoman Empire, Istanbul witnessed revolutions, reforms, and foreign occupations. In 1923, the Republic of Turkey was born, and Ankara became the new capital. Yet Istanbul remained the cultural and economic heart of the nation. The hidden transformation of Byzantium to Istanbul was not complete. It evolved once more into a modern metropolis, bridging two continents. Modern Istanbul grew into a city of millions, its skyline filled with bridges, skyscrapers, and domes. Tourists walked where emperors once ruled, and ferries crossed waters sailed by Roman, Byzantine, and Ottoman fleets. Beneath its modern face, hidden layers still whispered of its past. Every stone, from the Hippodrome to Topkapi, told the story of a city that transformed yet never lost its soul. The hidden transformation of Byzantium to Istanbul was not linear. It was layered, complex, and enduring. Each empire left behind fragments: Greek foundations, Roman roads, Byzantine domes, Ottoman minarets, and Turkish avenues. The city became a living museum of civilizations. Its identity shifted with names, rulers, and faiths, yet Istanbul remained constant as a world capital. Today, Istanbul stands as a global crossroads once more. Millions cross its bridges daily, just as merchants once crossed its waters. Hagia Sophia, now both mosque and museum, embodies the city's layered soul. From Byzantium to Constantinople to Istanbul, its transformation reflects the resilience of human civilization. The hidden history is not buried. It is alive in the streets, stones, and spirit of the city. The story of Byzantium to Istanbul is not just the tale of a city, it is the story of civilization itself. Empires rose and fell, faiths clashed and intertwined, yet the city endured. From Greek colony to Roman capital, from Byzantine fortress to Ottoman jewel, and into the modern Turkish Republic, Istanbul remains a living bridge between past and future. Its hidden transformation reminds us that history is never erased. It is carried within the stones and souls of those who live it. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you enjoyed uncovering the hidden history of Istanbul, be sure to subscribe for more stories from the world's past.